So these are, what we want to talk about are the basic parts and stages of backward design. First, we want to identify the desired results. What should the students know? What should the students be able to do by the time they finish this unit, this lecture, this course? Then we need to determine what will we consider acceptable evidence. What will tell you whether or not the students have actually learned this material? What do they have to do in order for you to buy that they really get this? And then, and this is why it's called backward design, only after you've identified those two things, then do we begin to plan the learning experiences. What resources, what activities inside and outside of the classroom will allow the students to ultimately achieve those objectives that we have set out. Now, being able to do this in this order usually only happens in a perfect world, or if you get the opportunity to develop a course from scratch and have time to develop it. Sometimes we have to take pieces and do them when we can, but always keeping this in mind, and always keeping in mind the alignment piece. Are the outcomes, the desired results, the assessments, and the learning activities aligned? Because if you want the students to do higher order thinking, and the activities in your class are clicker questions where they have to recall vocabulary, then you're not aligned. And so we need to constantly keep this question in mind. Now the other piece is, eventually you're going to implement this. The other question then we ask is, okay, now we're going to implement it, we're going to collect evidence, and we're going to make decisions about whether or not the students are actually learning. And if they're not, if when you collect this evidence, there's reason to believe that they're not achieving the objectives or the outcomes, then we need to think, okay, is the way I'm collecting evidence, is it appropriately addressing whether or not they've actually learned the material? And then next, well, what are we doing? What are they doing in the class? What are they doing outside of the class? Is this not giving them the appropriate experience to be able to achieve these objectives? Okay, so these are the basic ideas involved in backward course design that pull apart those three elements and talk about doing them in a certain way, talk about how the three are related and how we might align them.